to the live broadcast of the Euroleague. We are here in Tampere, and the next match coming up is between Akkaren of Oslo and Polisen of Stockholm. Alice is still working on the list for Polisen, but I have the starting lineup here for Akkaren. Wearing blue, number 2, Orvind Mellem. Number 10, Arild Blokum. Number 11, Marius Stang-Bunes. Number 12, the captain, Trond Helge Lillevik. Number 14, Håkan Voldehog. Number 15, Erik Måstad. Number 16, Simon Joshua Rogayawa. Number 24, Ulend Hermanovic. Number 29, Christian Schaefer. Number 73, Adne Pettersen. Number 88, Ivan Trahog. Number 99, Joachim Fredriksen. And on the bench, substitute players Rune Nielsen, number 8, and Christian Drablos, number 25. In white, for Polisen, number 1, Petter Aronsson. Number 2, Rickard Lindqvist. Number 3, Robin van Tricht. Number 4, the captain, Marcus Vorman. Number 6, Andreas Höglund. Number 8, Niklas Nielen. Number 9, Roger Lund. Number 10, Petter Ekman. Number 11, Andreas Thal. Number 16, Jari Rainanen. Number 15, Zacharias Lauberi. Number 18, Hans Jonsson. And substitute players in reserve, number 12, Christopher Widerstål, and number 14, Kim Augustsson. The referees this match are Kai Thornson on the deck. And in the water, Rafael Tito de Moras and Robert Glock.
Hello everybody, we are back. You're tuned in the Underwater Rugby channel. This is Jan Kinnaman. We are broadcasting live the last round of this season's Euroleague from Tampere in Finland. We're on the last day. We're into the last 3 matches of this season, and now we come to Akkaren against Polisen, which contrary to the last match we had, is a match about the lower part of the table, and both teams want to make sure to take their last points with them, and also both teams want to make sure that they won't finish last in this season. So they have high incentive to win this game Another team that is in the mix for the last place will be Vienna, and Vienna is going to play the match afterwards. So very interesting games here to come up about the downward places on the table, and I'm joined now by Dervaltien, who just came over from announcing the teams.
So Polisen has got to win. So
Yeah, Polisen is last in the league as it stands. If Polisen loses, they are going to finish last in the league. Not the same true for Akkaren, but because Vienna is right now we have Polisen with 5 points, Vienna with 5 points, Akkaren with 6 points. So between these three teams, anything can happen really. But Polisen, as it stands, will be last. So in this game, we can already see if Polisen is going to finish last, or if they can get a draw, which gives them the chance not to be last, or they can even win, which would assuredly put them off the relegation place. Whereas Akkaren for Akkaren, a draw would be good enough because they are 1 point ahead of Polisen.
right.
So a draw for Akkaren good enough. Polisen definitely wants to win. A draw could be good enough.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
All right, good.
I
wonder if the levels are the same here.
So the teams are ready.
Here they go.
Here they go for the sprint for the ball, and there was Christian Schäfer who touched the ball first, and the ball stays with Akkaren in the first situation. Arne Pettersson got the ball off, and let's take a look at the lineup. Was there anything surprising?
Well, they have switched out. Polisen has got.
I think somebody has to be here who was not there before, because Polisen is one person more than yesterday.
Yeah. I think they brought in this guy here,
Jari Rainen.
I've never seen that name before.
With number 16. He seems to not have been there yesterday, and now they come in, and this is Hans Jonsson. He tries to drill in under the defender.
All right. So this is going to be a very intense match.
Yeah, very intense. Just as the last match we watched, it's a all or nothing match. Each different outcome of this match will have very strict effects. So there we see Jari Rainen for Polisen with number 16. Let's see what they can muster up in this last match of the season.
So
for now, Polisen is in attack.
The players who appear in the lineup, they can to some degree be random. They just show up. That's the truth about the Euroleague, that we haven't been able to have.
Yeah, wow, very dangerous position. The goalie was torn off, and now we have a delayed call again, I guess, because right now there was nothing to be called. And it's a free throw for Polisen because of holding.
Right. So will this guy Jari Rainen be somebody who's going to really help?
Well, we'll see that. I think they're counting on it. But yeah, as you mentioned, in Euroleague, it is not controlled if you're a member of a club. It is not controlled what you're doing else with your life. As long as you didn't play for another team in Euroleague this season, you're allowed to play for a team as long as you nominated your players early enough. So you can't come up just on the day and say, "Oh, I have a new player." If you have a new player who you want to join, who comes in too late, you have to get the agreement of all the team leaders.
Well, Polisen's got an attack on here.
Yeah, and that was Peter Ekman on the right-hand side. Couldn't drill in entirely, so Marcus Bormann with the ball brings it out a little bit. Now the goalie is alone.
On the goalie's head side, the back comes in.
Peter Ekman again. Now it looks like they won the ball. Akkaren has won it on the right-hand side, gets the pass
bounced off of the
middle.
Polisen player there.
And this is Ilan Hemanovic.
Hemanovic is one of the young players.
Yeah, very young. And now we have a very good defense by Hans Jonsson. There would have been a really good chance for Joshua Rogoyawa elsewise. But yeah, Polisen was able to pick this one off. and now it's going the other way. So up to now, the game has not settled in any way. We see
Niklas Nippinelen,
Niklas Nilin and
Höglund moving over.
wow, the goal over to the left-hand side. He could not score. Wow, good defense. That was Peter Aransson who tried to score for Polisen, but the goalie, he was moved up, but just about not enough, I feel. And yeah, now it's going the other way. Arden Pettersson got the ball, but the referee stops the action.
See, now I think Christian Schaefer is a very heavy guy to move if he's playing back. I think he was 29.
So we have a free throw for Polisen again. I think Polisen has spent a little bit more time with the ball than Akkaren. And they also have had their fair chance at a good goal once or twice.
But they've misfired in bringing the ball out.
Yeah, that is one thing. But Akkaren on their own has not been able to establish a game on their own. Hans Jonsson with the ball, tries to come over, brings the ball on the left-hand side, but it's been snapped off. And now, oh wow, he actually wanted to play a pass to the middle and accidentally threw the ball right into the face of one of his opponents. So now Joža Rogojawa held the ball all in front of him, which is good when you're sprinting and you know nobody's in front of you, but when you're being held back, eventually there'll be an opponent and snap it off.
He forgot that little detail.
Yeah, so Rogelund gets it off to Andreas Thal.
I think he's a really strong guy, so he expected to kick free, and then
he just couldn't. So Marcus Warman, can he get the ball under the defender to the left-hand side? Not really.
Oh, here it is.
Now it's Peter Ekman. Ekman, he tries to pass behind the basket. Now we can't see where the ball is.
He put it in, yeah.
Actually, Ekman, either he just kept the ball or they passed the ball back and forth behind the bucket.
Yeah.
I don't know which one is true here. But yeah, this was
goal number 10.
No, well merited, I guess. I think Polisen put up more pressure.
It was Rickard Lindqvist on the other side there.
Yeah, and Robin van Tricht was behind. Just
I don't think that Ekman actually passed it. He kept it the whole time.
No, I think he stuck it through to the other side. Realized that.
And you could see
he
this
had a better chance on his
Finnish flag on his cap. That's not accurate. He's a Swedish guy.
Yeah, but maybe
he borrowed that cap.
Yeah, he borrowed that cap. Maybe his cap was torn apart or something. Yeah. That can happen.
So
no, we are not a paid sport. Not everybody has 3 jerseys, 3 caps, and everything.
Right.
So sometimes you have to borrow some material.
So that's a real important goal for Polisen now.
Yeah, really.
And Pet Ekman's one of the most aggressive players. I consider him to be like the prototype of the ideal underwater rugby player, because he's an ex-swimmer and he's extremely fast.
Yeah,
and he's very aggressive.
He is very energetic. You mean in the sense aggressive in the sense that he really strives for the goal.
Yeah, exactly. Really not aggressive in being unsportsmanlike. No, I don't
okay,
mean
very nice pass down to Arden Pettersson.
Oh,
brings it
no.
off to the left-hand side, but it's snapped off. Is it Öglund? Oh no, it's 16. So that's Jari Rainen. And Andreas Thal has the ball, brings it up front to Hans Jonsson.
Over to Thal.
Tip-tap passes, very nice.
And he's going above.
This one is snapped away.
Rogojawa's got it.
I think Rogojawa's on. He's got it, but can he get it off? No, he lost it to Peter Ekman. As you said, very energetic guy. And yeah, now the ball, I assume, is quite sure in the hands of of the captain, Trond Helge Lillevik. I was about to say just in the moment where he lost it, but Rogojawa picked it up. And now we're going the other way. This is Marius Bunez. He's one of the guys who can score, who's most likely to score for Akkaren. And there you see him waiting on the left-hand side of the goal. But yeah, the ball was too far away.
He's got the strength and weight to knock the goalie off.
Yeah, he definitely has. And I think Akkaren did not start well in the game. I don't necessarily think that Polisen is the team that has the power to control the game better than Akkaren here. I just think that Akkaren slept into this game a little bit, and they have to find their the game plan a little bit in order to be able to turn this around. So now we have the counter attack.
Robin Vanchik
Yeah,
had it. He's got the goalie.
wow, he's all alone in front of the goalie. Can he score there? Well, very nice. We could see very well that the goalie was not deep in the deep in the goal or something. He didn't hold on to the wall, so very good defense on the part of the goalkeeper right here. But Ekman is on the right side again. He gets the pass behind the goal, but now he's being stifled.
Look down, look down.
Just before
Holding.
yeah, it's holding. So actually what they mean is pushing,
Blue ball.
Yeah.
I
Blue
think, against Peter Ekman, who made his way into his position a
Blue
bit
ball.
too rigorously.
And it was an identical
Pushing.
situation to
Yeah,
the
it's-
goal he scored just
Blue
before.
ball.
Yeah, he's right-handed, so he likes to attack from the right-hand
Right.
side because then you have the ball closer to the wall where it's better
We
protected.
have a blue timeout.
Okay,
Blue
so,
timeout.
so Akkaren is choosing to take a
Blue
time.
timeout.
We see this action again, but
Timeout.
It wasn't necessarily Ekman. We don't know
yeah,
who it was.
it might have been from the other side.
Yeah.
Ekman is the only player we could watch really well from
Yeah.
our angle.
Wasser.
So wow, Akkaren has chosen to take a timeout to rethink what's going on, and you can see Christian Schäfer talking to everybody out of the water, just as I said in the last game with Flipper. Also here, very clear who is going to talk. Everybody's listening to him, and
Well, Christian Schäfer and Mikko Rasmussen, they were they were the couple there of players who led Flipper
yeah,
into being a champions of Denmark. Although they did lose to Tutsuna once
yeah,
one year, but basically those guys recruited and got everybody going.
yeah. And now
So
you
it was
can
an
see-
advantage for Akkaren to get Schäfer as a team leader.
Yeah, he's experienced in that. He's a good. He's good
Blue
at
timeout.
leading,
Blue
at
free
keeping
ball.
everybody calm.
And I don't know if this is showing on your screen. We have a disturbance here, technical disturbance.
Meanwhile, we have.
Oh, here
Okay.
we're back. Everything's
We're back,
normal
and
again.
we see Höglund being slightly strangled, but he gets the ball off to Peter Ekman, who instantly loses this.
And
Good tackle by Jojo Rogojawa, and Erik Nostar with the ball goes to the surface, calms the game down a little bit. Wants to play pass down. There it goes, Odd Pettersson, and on the left side they have an attacker, but Pettersson has a hard time getting there. Now he tries to play the pass to the right hand side. She also has a hard time doing because he's been very well tackled again by Peter Ekman. Ekman really taking a lead role for
Yeah.
Polisen in this game so far. Very active, posing a lot of problems in offense and defense for Akkaren.
Because these players in from Polisen, a lot of them are from Stockholm, so I've actually had a chance to play against some of them from time to time. And if you're a club player, then you just know that it's at a different level. So if you grab Peter Ekman by the legs, that's like catching a beater, and it's just gonna.
Yeah, he is moving so quickly. He won't let you have you. And okay, now Akkaren has established a bit of possession, but so far they could not produce a lot of pressure on the goal.
They're coming
Let's
in.
see if Mastad
Mastad.
now can find a solution to the problem.
Batted away.
Yeah,
That's-
that's holding without the
holding.
ball.
Yeah.
That was pretty
Down.
tactical for Erik Mastad.
Yeah.
He just didn't want the counter-attack to rumble over.
White free ball.
He didn't try to disguise what he
White
was
free
doing.
ball.
No, that was.
Holding.
It's not vicious. It's not hurting anybody. It's just really tactical
Right.
foul. Where you can also very easily give him a warning for this.
Yeah.
No question. If he does this again, he will very likely be warned.
I think it just disturbs the play a lot when
Yeah.
teams hold and
if-
hold
if-
and hold and hold.
I mean, if you do that one time, okay, that was tactical, whatever. If you do that all the time, yeah, obviously you're getting into trouble.
It takes a referee with experience to do that, though.
Yeah. Okay.
Höglund.
This is there's Höglund again.
He's got some space on the right side.
Yeah,
and he
he-
passed behind the goal.
And he managed to
get that
pull,
pass off,
pull,
yeah.
to pull the defender from Helge
Yeah.
away from the goal and upwards from the ground. to be able to play this pass. But for now, Andreas Thal is stuck on
passed
Joachim
down.
Frederiksen.
And they're looking for the pass to the other side.
Yeah, this
Petter Aronsson had.
Aronsson, he's not bulky in the sense of he's not a beast, but he's a strong guy.
He's big.
He's naturally big. He's not trained. He has not done like.
He's a very cerebral player, Aronsson.
Yeah,
Wide free ball.
he knows what he's doing. Okay, you see that nice gesture of respect here. Two players clapping off. That was Ekman and Arid Blokum.
So
Just a quick note to each other that there was no
opportunity
no
here.
hurt feelings, no bad intentions. Whatever happened, we couldn't see it, but it's good to see that there's a lot of respect in a game like this, where it's very clear that both teams definitely want to win. There's no questions about that.
Well, there's a 1-0 lead here to Polisen.
The game.
I don't know if we'll get a replay of that or not.
The replay is finished.
I don't know if we can have a replay of that. Actually, would be nice, but for the moment we have to be content to know that Marius Bunes delivered a pass of some sort to Arne Pettersson, who is easily the heaviest player on the team.
And they tied the game up
for Akkaren, and they managed to tie the game up just with barely 3 minutes left in the first half. So yeah, very interesting game. Robin van Trick trying to come in, drills in to the defender, gets a pass on the other side, and this will easily be well. This is a Roger
veteran goalie, Roger Lund.
Yeah,
White,
that was very well played.
Number
And this assist to Robin van Trick is worth a lot.
Goal
You
number
see his effort in this goal was enormous.
and assist number 3.
Roger Lund on the left-hand side, also heavy play on his own. If you leave him alone and let him push the goalie, without the goalie knowing where he was, you see Robin van Trick, very good pass over, and yeah, Roger Lund had no problems, as the goalie did not know that the ball came over to the other side. It's always difficult for a goalie to defend an attack from a side that you didn't know it was coming from, for once. And second,
Of course, the
Roger
goalie
Lund had a very swift movement. He used his mass perfectly.
he was firmly
Look
on the
down,
bottom.
look down, stop.
Okay. Well, we had another chance for counter-attack for Peter Ekman. He's just everywhere in this game. The
Blue free
underwater
ball.
referee
Blue
has
free ball.
one more free throw for Akkaren. So yeah,
Attacking the
this is going up and down here for Akkaren. Just as they scored their goal and tied the game up, they have to take another goal against them, and now they're again in the trail. You see Trond Helge Lillevik with the ball, grabbing the shoulder and his forearm conveniently, just resting on the throat of his opponent, which well, he just had the hand there, which made it just uncomfortable for his opponent to try to move closer in. Awesome pass from Arne Pettersson.
1.5 minutes left
It was over to
in the
Hermanovic.
first half.
He just threw a pass like 2.5 meters through the defender. However, he managed that, whereas this pass was really sloppy.
And another sloppy pass.
Yeah, another sloppy pass that goes both ways. Arne Pettersson picks it up, and Trond Helge Lillevik, the captain, finds Marius Bunes. 1.5 minutes. And yeah,
1 minute.
goes back to
1 minute.
Arne
1 minute.
Pettersson.
Oh,
And another
1
long
minute.
pass to Hermanovic. Herman Uland. Wow, tried the little nifty pass under his knees, but unfortunately all his teammates were too far away from him. And now we have Niklas Nylén, who can swim the counter-attack all the way over.
that guy Hermanovic is fearless. He's a small guy, but he plays big.
Okay, and there we see Akkaren just
Toss the ball.
tossing the ball away out of defense, and maybe now getting in trouble for it because there's only one goalie left. As we can see, Roger Lund.
There's another goal here.
And also, while we were watching Roger Lund, who scored the last goal, we will have to
Gold.
find out.
White 6.
White 6. Okay, this is Andreas
Andreas
Höglund.
Höglund.
Gold. White 6. Assist. I don't know that. You have assist.
There's an assist given to.
You are gold, but who is assist?
There was no assist apparently. Wow, that was
Eight.
pretty.
Oh, turn.
Wow,
White.
am I right?
18.
There's all 6 players from Akkaren down there in this situation. Barely one of them
Touching him. Yeah.
going upwards, and 5 people really fighting to get a hand on it, and still Höglund managed to score this goal. Awesome effort for him, and also very, very important goal for Polisen, as this goal puts them in a 2-goal lead before the halftime whistle. This is just full of surprises.
For fans who don't actually play underwater rugby and have no experience of it, when you're by the goal, like Andreas Höglund was just then, you actually get protection from the basket itself, because nobody can grab you through the basket. So
Yeah,
you
I
can
love
hold
that.
the ball there underneath and hold it under your body, and Höglund's very good at that.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And yeah, that paid off for them. So right now it's a 3-1
Halftime.
lead for Polisen at halftime. With this, Polisen would be very pleased. Also, this is always full of surprises. I don't know. Akkaren showed a really good match against Tampere, and I assume they would be more dangerous because against Akkaren. Against Tampere, they showed us a lot of real good goals. But for now, let's cut to the highlights, and we'll come back for the second half.
One minute. 1 minuut. 1 minuut.
Welcome back, everybody. We're getting ready for the second half of this match between Akkaren in blue and Polisen in white. Both teams fighting.
Please don't start before I whistle.
Both teams fighting against the last place in the league for this season, and such as the standing is, Polisen is leading by 3-1, so Polisen got his fair share of goals already in the back, and we'll see if Akkaren can equalize, or maybe even Polisen can build out their lead and fortify the victory even before the time runs out.
Yeah. Yep.
Let's have a look at it. Referee gets ready. Teams are getting ready. Let's have a close watch at the sprint.
10 seconds.
Okay. So actually the system is signaling with the little beep sound that the 5 minutes is over, but then the referee will still ask if both teams are ready before he starts the game. Okay. Fighting fiercely over the ball, Alden Pettersson. We're on the other side. Here we have Kim Augustsson, who obviously has been substituted in during halftime. So Kim Augustsson now in the play. I don't know who went out yet, but for now, Polisen is still pushing and pushing for the goal. They really want to score more goals to ensure their victory. For now, Akkaren can withstand their tries, but let's see if they can manage. Wow, another pass behind the back, and this is Niklas Nylén. Wow, he really manages to score the goal. So I get a feeling that Polisen really likes to play passes behind the goal. This was the third goal they scored in this manner.
White 8.
Or at least using the trick.
Goal.
And Niklas Nylén
Assist.
has put in the fourth goal.
And you have number. Yeah, but who gave you the ball?
I'm a bit confused because Niklas Nylén got the ball on the left-hand side, and it took him quite a while to score this goal. So I'm a bit confused why nobody was able to hamper him in between. There was only the goalie coming down who was supposed to substitute the goalie who was down there, but no defender, no forechecker who disturbed Niklas Nylén in this effort. So this game is going firmly out of hand of Akkaren. And let's see, Andreas Höglund tries to drill the ball in under the defender to the right-hand side. See if he managed it. Looks like it, but could not be picked up by his teammate right away. But Markus Wamman came in just to pick up the loose ball and maybe start a new attack. And this is Roger Lund again under the goal. Wanted to score another one, but got held away. Øyvind Mellem keeping the ball playable on the search for a teammate. Finds one up front. Maybe now a counter-attack. As we see Niklas Nylén, who scored the last goal. The action is in front of the Polisen goal now, but Peter Ronsson has won the ball. And Andreas Thal initiates the counter-attack. Let's see where if he can find a teammate in a good position. Well, this is Rickard Lindqvist who got the ball, and now we're at Jari Rajanen as Hans Jonsson tries to go into a Merla position.
Look down, look down.
But the action has been stopped before he even got the ball. And let's wait for the referees to tell what they thought about the action. So referee
Free
comes
ball,
up to tell it.
White free ball. White free ball.
Okay. Referee Robert Glock came
ball.
up to declare that it's a white free ball. And as we see, Akkaren still trying to stay on their own goal, taking the position, not leaving space for a forechecker or for an attacker of Polisen to steal their position. Yeah, Akkaren will have to start soon their race for. Okay, yeah. So Christian Schäfer was held by Andreas Thal.
Blue free ball.
Where the ball was not in reach. So yeah, blue free ball. As I said, Akkaren needs to start soon, trying to get back into the game. For the moment, they have not been able to do so during the second half. So we are rejoined by Devrel Tien. Hi, Devrel. Oh, you're not on air yet. So here we are with Devrel Tien back now.
What happened in the beginning of the first half here?
In the beginning of the first half, pretty much.
I mean, second half.
On the second half, pretty much the first action went towards the goal of Akkaren, and another pass behind the goal ended up in the hands of Niklas Nylén, who was able to score. So they put it up to 4-1 and really put the pressure on Akkaren now to produce something. And that's interesting. Akkaren managed to tie the game, and I thought from there on it was going to be open, but Polisen really well claimed that they're the better team right here. And let's see, Arne Pettersson close to the goal, got the ball from Joshua Rogojawa, but the defender nicely pushed him away a little bit with his feet. The defender for Polisen doing good work with his fins there. I couldn't see which defender that was actually, but yeah, they had a hard time. They wanted to go over the top into the goalie, but couldn't reach him.
So Akkaren is swimming around looking for an angle of attack. Rogojawa's going in.
Rogojawa and Arne Pettersson on the right-hand side, looking to get a chance to score his second goal, but instead the ball went the other direction. Here's the counter-attack with Peter Ronsson over to Peter Ekman.
But they don't need to score a lot more goals now.
They don't really need, but it helps. Yeah, that's what they did, and I suspect they played the pass behind the goal even once more. So now this was Peter Ekman with the pass to Låberg, who could score.
Goal number 15.
Goal was scored on the left-hand side. If we see the replay, I find it funny because Polisen really, they
behind the basket.
Yeah, they're playing every pass behind the basket that they can, and obviously they found something that really poses problems for Akkaren. They seem unable to deal with this, the defenders from Akkaren.
What would your recommendation be to?
My recommendation would be to build different baskets. So
no, I'm talking about.
I'm sorry, yeah. I don't like that it's even possible to play there. I think it's smart from Polisen to use it, but yeah. Anyways,
how can they shut it down?
How can Akkaren shut this down? I think it's very difficult because well, you have so many angles from which to attack, but it should be possible. I think Akkaren is letting the player with the ball come too close to the goal. Normally, they should try to push them off with their fins. When they're not even that close to the goal. We saw I think that was Låberg, who was in defense on the other side before. He did that really well and kept the Akkaren players at one body length distance from the goal. And if you do that, they could not.
But is it the responsibility of the forwards to come in earlier and to tie up the player with the ball?
Also because, but you can argue what the forwards should do. Should they try to tie up the guy with the ball before? Should he go to the weak side, so to the other side where the ball is not?
To prevent that from going.
To take the pass when it comes to the outside behind the goal.
Right.
So that the forechecker can defend the pass behind the goal and the defender can defend the pass before the goal.
Oh,
meanwhile, we had Marius Bunes taking the position on the goal of Polisen. And
it was almost like Polisen gone to sleep.
Yeah. I wasn't even concerned so much because normally when Akkaren came over this quickly, there would not be a problem because Polisen defense was very good up to here. But yeah, they've been disturbed very much, and eventually Ari Blokum was able to find a hole between his teammate Marius Bunes and the rim to push the ball through. So now we're at 5-2 at the scoreline. And now I'm very interested. We see Polisen with Hans Jonsson really trying to score. And the referee stops the action.
Holding.
For holding.
It could be pushing.
Yeah, I assume somebody else, some teammate of Hans Jonsson was there who pushed the goalie or maybe the defender a little bit. So yeah, free throw for Akkaren. Akkaren has 10 minutes left to to score 3 goals while not being scored against if they want to produce something
And
good.
they can do it.
Because now for Akkaren, this is very clear. They are not at the moment last in the league. So by losing, they still have Vienna behind them. But Vienna has another match to come. Right after this one, Vienna is going to play against Malmö Triton. And if Vienna can even only reach a draw, they will have the same amount of pounds, same amount of points as Akkaren, with the problem for Akkaren that the direct comparison would go to Vienna. Well, a very good counter-attack for Polisen here. I think that was Ekman again. Who else? Rögerlund tries to bring it in for
the ball's kicked away.
Yeah, for Andreas Thal, but it didn't go there. And now once more there was no defender.
Wow.
But I think a forechecker came in from the side
that was close there.
To pick that ball off. Very
standing
good work.
On the, they should call standing on the ledge there.
And I think they did. This was Christian Schaefer with the ball. Okay, let's see. They stopped already, so what's the matter for the referee? They come up. Okay, yeah, they're just declaring what happened, because I believe Christian Schaefer was not aware of what he did wrong and protested to the referee. And we actually have a timeout. I'm not yet sure who.
Oh, there's a substitution.
Yeah, also
Rune Nielsen is coming in
for Øyvind Mellem. Mellem was a goalkeeper. I don't know if Rune Nielsen is the same position, but
should be.
Obviously they think that Rune Nielsen will be more dangerous for the goal of Polisen. So obviously they want to
build the offensive threat.
Yeah, they want to maximize the players who have a chance of scoring, and maybe they decided that just Rune Nielsen was better at scoring than Øyvind Mellem. But that also could mean that Øyvind Mellem, who is their standard goalkeeper,
Øyvind Mellem is a very super responsible player, but he's not very large, so he's not going to knock people off easily.
We'll see.
Anyway, he's out, and Nielsen's in.
Okay, so and we have the team of Polisen complaining that an Akkaren player tried to take a position on the goal. As there was a timeout, the teams have to be separated, and they have to stay separated until the referee calls them to continue the game. When he now shows the teams to get together, then they have the right to try to take a position on the goal, but not before. So that was too early. Now Akkaren still have 3 goals to shoot if they want to change anything about the result of this game. Brings the ball down on the right-hand side. Very good pass. It's Marius Bunes who sticks it through behind the goal, but unfortunately for him it was picked up by Höglund on the other side. And now Peter Ekman, one more counter-attack for him. Let's see. He's 1 against 2. Brings the ball down on the other side. Hans Jonsson tries to drill in. Roger Jawa tries to push him away.
And they hold on, Polisen.
Wow, Polisen.
Höglund again.
And Höglund again. No defender again.
Passing on the other side. No, they're blocking that pass.
Very good work from Marius Bunes on the goal here. He twisted away and took the good angle away from Höglund to push him off. And then he eventually got his hand on the ball. So very good defense on
Rickard Lindqvist coming in now.
On the part of Marius Bunes, who kept Akkaren's little chance of coming back alive here, because I think one more goal would essentially decide the game, short of anything crazy.
Yeah, I think.
And here, ball to left hand side. Peter Aronsson, and yeah, he was able to score. Well played. The defender for Akkaren in this case was Håkon Voldehag, and he was under a lot of pressure. The pass to the left hand side came quickly, and Aronsson also took the ball very quickly. It didn't take him a long time. Also, I like the assist here. The assist for Polisen, I didn't really see.
But that was definitely that is what I would call an assist, right?
Yeah, that's what I call an assist.
directly leading to a score.
Also, he kept the defender away. So Walderhag was defender in the situation, and the fact that Walderhag was not able to
He was screened out.
No, he was not really screened out. He was held by the wrist. So the player with the ball managed to get hold on the wrist of the defender Walderhag, pulled one wrist of the defender towards him,
And then passed
while
the ball.
passing the ball in the same moment to the other direction. So your shoulder is being pulled forward and the ball is passing your shoulder in the other direction. So basically you have a very long way to turn back down, back around, and that's why he was unable to hamper Aronson in scoring. So it's not easy to grab a player by the wrist normally. So
Wrist control.
yeah, wrist control. Yeah, we know it from all the grappling sports. It's always important to control the wrist. If you control the wrist, you control the guy.
Do you teach this to the players that you're coaching to grab the wrist?
Well, sometimes players are not aware of the possibility that you could grab the wrist. Good players normally are always aware or have a good reflex, because it's not easy. You can move your wrist very quickly, just pull it away at a very high speed. So normally, or just twist it and turn it, so it's not easy to hold on to a wrist. But sometimes if you have large hands, you can make it. It's a technique that works only for a few people, and sometimes only if you surprise the guy. But when it does work, it's very good. And again, Polisen managed to win the ball, and again it's Peter Ekman. But this time he stops. He doesn't even bother to try to score the goal all alone. He knows they can score the goal if they set it up properly. Well, now Christian Schaefer got the ball from Lillevik, tries to get free, has to fight a lot, doesn't find someone to give a pass, and now it's been attacked around the head, I guess. Now let's see. I think the referee is calling attack around the head. Yeah, okay. So free throw for Akkaren. Schaefer still has the ball in hand.
That was a good example of what you were talking about earlier, that when somebody's grabbing you, you have to keep moving. So Schaefer's always moving. He's always twisting his body, trying to get something new
also
to grab hold of.
He's not only moving the hand, he's not only moving the ball, he's moving all of his body.
All of his body.
And he's not moving all of the body in one coherent way. He's twisting in different directions, changing directions, and really unpredictable movements is the key here.
Except that he's taking hold of his opponents to control them.
Yeah, also.
Yeah.
There's also a big part in order to be able to move quickly in underwater rugby.
Oh, Polisen.
Yeah, good chance on the left side, but yeah, he dropped the ball a little bit, gets it out on the back side to Lawberg. Lawberg is number 15.
Is it?
Yeah, and Marcus Warman has the ball now.
That's right.
Just dragged it out. Rögelund tried to take a position to hamper the goalies, but yeah, okay, this pass ended up with Lillevik. He finds a pass off, and you see the goalie and the defender from Akkaren, as soon as the ball got away, they had to get up. They don't have the power left to, once they're down there, to just put their feet on the wall and sprint out on the bottom, which would be optimal, because if you can give them the pass, they're the ones who can get over to the other side the quickest, because they're already all the way down. But they're used up, they're tired. The game has been long. It's already the third match for them already for the weekend.
4 minutes, four and a half minutes, less than 4.5 minutes.
I'm calling this game decided. So Polisen
wins.
Polisen came into this day of the tournament with only 1 point.
Yeah.
With only one draw, and
they've scored again.
And they've scored again, and this time it was. Was it?
Number 10. No, 14.
Yeah, 14 is funny. That's Kim Augustsson. He was switched in halftime, so that's a joker goal for Kim Augustsson. Yeah,
nice pass there.
What I was saying is that Polisen came in with only 1 point, and everybody picked them as favorite as one of the favorites to end up last place.
Yeah.
And now they have picked up 2 wins right here and a draw. Is that right? Yeah, they have picked up a win and a draw already here, and that, to be said, without Jakob Thun. who is normally one of the stronger and important players in the team. So maybe the team is just better without him, but I don't think so.
No.
Sorry, Jakob. I had to talk about it.
Yeah, Tun is a very
He's a very good player, no
dynamic
question.
guy.
Had he been there, it might even be worse for Akkaren. But yeah. As it turns out, it's also very important for a team to learn, to realize that they are able to win and to play well even without one of the best players.
Yeah.
So this is a very good thing for Polisen to happen here. Okay, this is bad. Christian Schäfer, he threw the ball away, which can be judged as unsportsmanlike behavior, just like the Polisen player who came after him and demanded to give him 2 minutes for the action, which is also unsportsmanlike behavior. You're not doing this. You don't go to the referee and say, hey, he would throw the ball away, he was unsportsmanlike, give him 2 minutes.
The captain of the team can ask for a conversation.
Yeah, but still, this is unsportsmanlike anyways. So, but both teams are a bit frustrated at this point. No, not really. Schäfer was really frustrated. What's that? Okay, now we have a lot of crying on the surface. So Christian Schäfer in a scrum. He's not agreeing with Peter Ekman grabbing his head. He seems really wound up, and I wonder if the referee is going to
2 minutes for Schäfer.
Yeah, I assume so, because Schäfer was really wound up already. He tossed the ball away earlier, just several seconds before. I mean, understandably, he's really frustrated. Also, understandably, he is a very emotional player.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think he was too aggressive right now, too frustrated, and it would be a bit dangerous to leave him in. But I assume he does not. I assume he got off with a warning right there. I hope he can calm his spirit on the bench right now. He just switched out.
There's nobody in the penalty box right now.
No, Schäfer is sitting on the bench.
So
you see Øyvind Mellem behind the goal of Akkaren on the surface, trying to guide his team. This is, even when you've been substituted out, you still stick with the team and try to help where you can.
Oh, Øyvind Mellem is he's been Euroleague manager for.
And wow, another pass behind the goal to Rogerlund, who tried to score, and what was given? Not yet sure what the decision is for the referee. It has been attacking on the head or pushing. He showed both. Well,
the game is essentially over.
Yeah, the game is essentially over.
3 minutes remaining. They cannot score 1 goal a minute. There's just no.
Yeah, it would be possible, but no, not going to happen. So but they want to finish the game in a good fashion. Obviously, you don't want to just scoop it up. You want to fight. You want to show that you're worthy of playing here. And Akkaren is in big trouble now. By losing this game, they only have 6 points, and 6 points might prove to not be enough. And they did really well in their first match on this weekend by winning against Tampere with 6-4 in an awesome match where they played really well.
Polisen got 1 point with a tie, a draw, and they get 2 here, so that puts them ahead.
3. It's 3 points for a victory.
3 points for a victory, so that puts them into safely.
Yeah, Polisen is totally safe now. Polisen came into with 1 point of 2 rounds and with 7 points out of this round. So. Huge last round for Polisen. They've been changing everything on the bottom of the table here, and oh boy, there was a pass from Akkaren that just dropped down. No teammate where they expected one to be.
Here's another goal coming.
Might be another goal. Andreas Højlund came in. There was no defender, but he was not able to score quickly, as the action is interrupted yet again.
Attack on the head.
Yeah, and. So, just to clarify, the next match will be Vienna against Malmö Triton. Malmö Triton will finish the season on place number 5, no matter what happens. But Vienna right now is lost because they have only 5 points and all the other teams have more. But if they can draw the game, they have just as many points as Akkaren, and they won against Akkaren in the season, so the direct comparison would put them in front of Akkaren. Also, if they win, they can even climb in front of Polisen again, because then they will have the same amount of points as Polisen, but they will have a better
I was
goal
speaking
difference.
with a top Norwegian underwater rugby player, and he said that he thought that Akkaren didn't show the level of commitment necessary to be in the Euroleague, and he would prefer to see.
I think Christian Schaefer did, and wow, there was another pass behind the goal
Aronsson.
for Peter Aronsson. He scores. So this is 8 goals now for Polisen, is that right? And I believe 6 of them have been scored after a pass behind the goal. So they're really making use of the way of construction of the pool, which they cannot be blamed for.
No.
The pool can be blamed for it, or maybe the goals can be blamed for it. But yeah, if it is possible, it is allowed to play behind the goal, and Akkaren has to deal with it. And you just see, they just used that gap over and over, and Akkaren did not find a good way of defending this. And I just checked it up. Actually, Vienna in the next game can still finish something between places 7 and 10, so they can even end 6 and 10. They can end up before Tampere, because by winning they would also have 8 points, just as Tampere. But Tampere will also play against Molde in the end.
Situation. Will their pass come?
Wow, and they just
another goal.
They just forced in every goal. Was that Rögelund in the end, or who scored it? Basically makes no difference.
11.
Yeah, Andreas Thal. They're just coming over, and Akkaren is basically very frustrated right now. They didn't want to finish this game in this fashion, but here we are with a 2-9. The last 2 seconds they just let run off, and Christian Schaefer is going to let the ball float down after what is a very disappointing match for Akkaren. After they showed a very good match yesterday against Tampere, they thought that they would be able to win here.
Yeah.
And after this round, I think the biggest winner of the round will be Polisen, because they pulled off 2 victories and a draw. They jumped from 1 point to 8 points, and really showed a big difference in what they can produce. So hats off to the team of Polisen, who played a really good day here.
And when we started watching this match, we talked about what we thought was going to happen. And it's safe to say we didn't think there would be a blowout like this.
No, totally not. I think it was fairly open. I even gave a little bit of an edge to Akkaren, because they played that well against Tampere. But in the end, Polisen has shown that they not only can score 2 quick goals against Egge, and then they managed to not be scored against more than once for the rest of the game. Well, I thought that maybe Egge was just not in the game in the beginning. They scored 2 goals out of a bit confusion and stuff, and then just the rest of the game wound down, sort of. But here they proved that they are able to produce a lot of goals, to score many goals. 10-2 is the final score, even the double digits. I think we'll just go to the highlights of the game, and we'll
join you again.
We'll join you again for the next match, which will be
matchup between Vienna and
Malmö Triton.
And then after that will be the final match.
The final match will then be Molde against Tampere, where for this one I can make a clear assumption what's going to happen, but leave that to later. Let's just jump to the highlights.
Okay. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye for now.